Alright, hi guys, I am back with another layout process video. I am going to be starting off with this paper. It's a 12 by 12 sheet of paper from the Gilded paper stack from DCVW, I believe. And I am going to start this picture. And I already know, oh, and I'm also going to use this silhouette cut from the Silhouette store. It's actually a circle cut file and it has the shape of Texas on the inside. And what I did is I ungrouped it or released the compound path on it, and I just used the Texas shape, the state of Texas shape, and I cut it out of a 12 by 12 sheet of paper. And now that cut piece is eluding me. Oh, it's right here. So I cut it out of Chamel paper in a 12 by 12. This is the one that has a heart and Chamel, so I think it's her first scrapbooking line. I'm not too sure. And I was originally gonna do this, but I found this to be kind of too busy and it didn't have any kind of reference. So instead I decided to do this and use the, what is this? I was gonna use the negative and then I use the positive. Is this the positive? I think so. Anyway, I am using this picture and it's for my friend. I already know that I'm going to put this picture up on a pocket page because I want her to be able to flip her picture, and on the inside of the layout, this will be in a page protector like a pocket page, and I'm gonna use my fuse and I'm gonna have her fill in her journaling in here. So I'm going to cover this. So this is essentially the layout. It'll be like a I'm using this overlay from Teresa Collins to use on the picture. I don't know if I'm going to do this or this, but then the stars are upside down. How do I, unless I just do that, but I don't like that. So anyway, they're going like that. And what else? I'm also using mostly these papers and some cutouts already from the same line. It is the Great Travel Pack. The Great Travel, or where is it? The Great Vacation Stack from DCVW also. And I'm also using some embellishments. I'm using this by Pink Paisley. It's from the C'est La Vie collection. It's in the ephemera pack. And I also am using another die cut from the Silhouette store, and it's this Texas die cut, which I already put together with blue, red, and white paper. And that's gonna go along the lines here. I'm using this yellow stripe. I don't know if I'm gonna use this thinner stripe or this other one, but I already decided that that's what's going up here. And then I'm using another Chamel piece, and I think I'm going to put that there. So I already have sort of what I'm going to be using, and I know I want to use some of this. I might cut it down, I'm not too sure yet. I'm going to put it underneath there, and I think I'm going to start off by stitching on the state of Texas with some white thread, and then put all the die cuts and everything right on top, something like that, or another. And I'm using this blue and white stripe from Dear Lizzy, and I'm setting this down at the bottom. Then I want to bring in more yellow. So this is pretty much the gist of the layout. So I mean, if you're done watching that, that's pretty much what it'll look like. I am using some other embellishments. I do want to bring in more red, so I have these hearts or these stars, I'm not too sure yet. These 4 Heidi Swapp chipboard pieces, some punched out clouds, this plain embellishment. It's an acrylic, no, not an acrylic, acetate? I can't remember. Anyway, the plastic clear see-through stuff. And then these embellishments are metal charms. It says passports for scrapbooking. Markings by C.R. Gibson. It doesn't say what year, but I got these, like, these are some of the first things I got when I started scrapbooking. And this thin washi tape, I still don't know if I'm going to use it. It has postmark markings. Come on. There we go. It's got airmail markings and airplanes, so I figured I'd repeat that motif. And last but not least, I might end up using some of these Mambi Sticks washi tape embellishments. The reds, the yellows, the greens, the blues, they all work. And I like it because it also has some silver. And I'm not using any gold on here, so I might use this silver stuff in here or none. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the process, and I'll see you. I'll go ahead and put this on fast forward and do the voiceover then. So I am cutting this branding strip from the Serendipity line from Dear Lizzie. And I'm going to put this across the bottom of the page. The the 12 by 12 paper is from the Gilded, I believe it's from the Gilded stack or from the Goodwood stack. It's from the Gilded stack, from Die Cuts with a View. And I am gluing this silhouette cut that I made, that I made from obviously from the Silhouette store. And I cut it 3 separate times so that I can get all those 3 colors. This little piece of paper, I believe, was also from the Gilded stack, and I only had a little piece of it, and so I decided to use it at the top, kind of to mimic the stripes that the blue and white paper was doing. And over the blue and white paper, I had put some of the washi tape that I had shown earlier, but later on I decided to change that and I took it off because I didn't like the look of it. This, I think I'll stop here, is from a cut apart sheet from Chamel, and the matte paper from the Shape of Texas is also from a Chamel stack. I'm using these Cutter Bee Bugs. I got these like a long time ago. I actually had another one, but now I can't even find it. My kids must have gotten a hold of it. And I'm using it to punch the outline, to outline the state of Texas. And I use it to do more of the straighter, longer lines, and where it curves a lot, I ended up using the needle because it was, I don't feel like I had that much control of it, or I was just paranoid that I was going to go off the page, which I did a few times because I'm not used to using that to make the holes. But all in all, it came out pretty well, and I'm going to spare you having to watch the whole state of the whole outline getting embroidered, I guess. Is that what you stitched? But I did show you a bit of a close-up, and here I'm just finishing up. And so I really loved the detail that it gave it. It really helped the die cut all pop off the page. And I mean, even though it took me quite a while to finish the stitching, it was well worth it. I really did like the look of it in the end. I especially like this because I didn't want it, I wanted to give it some dimension, but I didn't want to use foam. I didn't want to make it go super bulky, especially since I'm doing a one of those, I'm putting it in a pocket page, right? And then the 4x6 photo that goes on top is also going to have its own pocket over the page protector. So I hope I'm making sense of what I'm trying to explain. There will be pictures at the end so that you can see where I make the 4x6 photo a separate pocket page, and it flips up so you can put, my friend can put another 4x6 picture, and also to reveal the journaling. So here I'm using these colored pieces of paper. The blue and yellow one come from the DC Die Cuts with W. So DCWV, the Great Vacation stack, and so does that Destination. I believe that little cloud journaling spot does also.
and that travel piece comes from that stack also, the blue arrow, and finally that tag piece um, is from Pink Paisley, and this yellow strip that I'm cutting down at the bottom is from, I believe it's A Lovely Day from Dear Lizzie. I wanted to put some yellow so that I can repeat the yellow that is behind the photo, or in the photo, behind the photo, and I wanted to put it in a third place. I added this piece of acetate from the Cool Kid collection from Crate Paper, and I added these punched out clouds from with white cardstock from Fiskars. And I'm finally adding these metal embellishments, and I've had those forever since I think started scrapbooking. And I just really like how it kind of gives it a whimsy look. I imagine kind of plane, the acetate plane is flying over Texas, and there's clouds up in the air, and so that's what it reminded me of when I was putting it together. And I kind of like that look. I thought it was a really neat idea. Not to do my own horn. I did use that little green embellishment. It's a bubble, like a heart in a bubble, speech bubble, and I put it up on the top left if you can see it up here in the close-up pictures. That's all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or concerns, please leave them down below. I would love to hear any comments that you have about this page, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.